Unlearned people who goes around, who keep saying, why do people go to Google? Why do they learn from Google? Let me tell you something. If there is no Google, you are in darkness. The biggest library in the world, the biggest place where knowledge is shared in the whole world, where knowledge is taught, is still Google. When you go to the university, when you go to the secondary school, when you go to primary school, you still learn from Google. I remember when I'm in school, I learned so many things, do many assignments through online, through research. When you say research, what is research? 90% of research is done online. 90% of research is done online. Kids, babies, kids everywhere. Hey, Imole girl. Guys, my birthday is Tuesday. Imole, make sure you come around, okay? And if you're busy, no problem. But hey, it's fine. We are safe, we are good and happy. Everybody, one love, one community. We keep moving. Birthday is on the 13th Tuesday, okay? And today is Golden Seal birthday. So in a nutshell, Golden Seal will be coming up. We'll celebrate her. She's our own person here. Golden Seal, okay? She's part of this platform and we love her so much. Yes. No bad blood, paparaino. Let me rinse my cup. I want to dissect this that happened yesterday. This was the court heading that happened yesterday. The court heading that is shaking everywhere that they are calling victory. I want justice almost more than anybody. In fact, I want justice more than mohbad father. Let's make that clear. I, paparaino, want justice more than mohbad father and more than mohbad mother. The 70 million given to this man, give it to me. Let's see what we will achieve in justice for mohbad. Just even give me the half. Give me 1/3. In fact, give Yomi Fabi 1/4. Then you're telling me these people want justice. I am here waiting for you to debunk everything Gurexi said yesterday. I will play you the voice of Gurexi. Okay? I will play his voice while I rinse my cup. Don't beg me. People from the palace always want to beg me on behalf of Baba. Whenever I want to analyze him, people from the palace will be messaging me. I will answer you the way I should. All right. So while you are tapping the screen, listen to what Gurexi said yesterday as the update from the case of Joseph Aloba versus the DPP under the Attorney General of Lagos State. Before I play that, let me quickly play to you the nonsense that Gurexi came out to spew, that Gurexi was calling victory. He was calling this victory. Imagine. They are blindfolded. What I call evidence, they don't call it evidence. I don't know what they want. And those of you who allow yourself to be used by these stupid people, I don't know why you do like this. I respect you guys as parents. I respect you guys as good people, carrying the cross, representing the Quran, the Torah, and the Word of God. You should not do this. You are killing your own brain when you allow yourself to be with people you can't question. Yeah, I have made myself so small that I take question from anybody, whether you are from anti-justice, anywhere. You want to challenge me about women. I have held so many debates about women, and I've been able to find my way to explain my position in a way that everybody can learn. Why do people still, you keep allowing these people to brainwash the society? But I know we'll get out from this. We'll get out of this. Now, yeah, the stuff that Gurexi brought out yesterday, like I told you, Gurexi is very much into this case, but he's hiding behind the scene. He's playing double agent. He came to deceive you guys with fake information yesterday. They will never give you justice. They are toying with your brain. Things that means nothing, they try to elevate it, make it look like something. They are the only one that came to you telling you that pathology don't want to. No, they couldn't find any pathology in Nigeria to take mohbad case. Can you imagine? They couldn't find any pathology. Why didn't you go to Berekete to ask Berekete? Why didn't you come to the public to ask us whether we have pathologists in Nigeria? You went underground. When result came out, you cover it up. Inconclusive. You delayed us with inconclusive for more than 10 months. And you came out to show inconclusive. You are worse than the government.
Which is Ngoti Ojokwe.
Keep tapping the screen. We are starting now.
No, and as I always say, the greatest and the best thing to happen to justice for mohbad is the engagement of barrister son, Dr. Hitu, in Lagos State, if not in Nigeria, nobody has ever challenged the order or the advice or the recommendation of the DPP. Nobody. If you try to challenge it, even no judge will entertain it. They will look at you as you are not serious. Who has the power to challenge? Nobody has the power to challenge the order or the advice of the DPP or the Attorney General through the DPP. Nobody. But to the glory of God and with the help of sensible expertise and professionalism, he was able to help ordinary carpenter in person of Joseph Aloha to stand the ground and challenge the Attorney General through the DPP that the order, the advice that was given is not only to grant justice and the person making the case. How Sanshito was able to do it was that, look, we have this as what we want to put as our prayer, that the order given to the DPP, the order given to the magistrate should be quashed, should not be entertained, and that they should try to stop the magistrate court sitting over the matter of negligence, because what the matter accepted is to look into the own side. Then they try to use the negligence, that issue of negligence, to water and to mess up the homicide, in which Joseph Aloha is challenging that advice and that order. Sanchitu now, after making the prayer in one application, in the other application, he approached the court that, look, the DPP and the Attorney General should be summoned to court, should be invited to court to come and defend why they should give that order. At the hearing, at the beginning of the case, the judge saw it that this is a matter of summoning Attorney General to court, in which he is a judge under the Attorney General. Summoning the Attorney General to come and stand trial before on a legal advice on a matter that.
Okay, I'm gonna take it back. It's almost done. All the things he's saying, I will correct him one by one. I will correct all the nonsense gracious spirit out one by one, okay? Let me take it back.
Authority which is Ngoti Ojokwe in your and as I always say,
very desperate business
thing to happen to to justice for Mohbad is the engagement of Barrister San, Dr. Hitu, S.A.N. In Lagos State, if not in Nigeria, nobody has ever challenged the order or the advice or the recommendation of the DPP.
All right. The first mistake here, he's trying to praise Joseph Aloba just because he's a carpenter. All right. Now, I want to ask a question. Do you know of anybody, all right, who has opened a commercial plane and decide to jump down without the plane having accident? Do you know? If there will exist anybody, to be few in numbers. I don't even, maybe in Nigeria, maybe that we don't even have any such person. In the whole world, maybe just few in numbers or maybe none at all. Because one, it is obvious. When you jump from such height, you fall down, you break your head, you break your neck, you die. Nobody wants to do that. There are things that are obvious. One, who is the Attorney General? Skydivers are exceptionals. Skydivers are exceptionals. Okay, those are they are professionals, they are exceptionals. I'm talking about a random individual, but thank you for that. You know, that was a good brainstorm. That was a good one. A good one. You break my thoughts now. I will sue you. I'm gonna mute you, okay? I'm gonna mute you. Anyway, I was kidding. Oh my goodness. Before we continue, I don't know, any question from Abby before we continue? Hello? Hello? People, you have a question, and most time, moderator, don't bring people up, okay? Let them ask their questions in the comment so I will know what they want to discuss, what they want to talk about. Now, I want to take time to explain this to you before I read this, all right? This happened yesterday, Friday. How did we get here? First of all, how did we get here? If you all remember, sometimes around February, March, the Attorney General of Lagos State decided to free Prime Boy, Naira Marley, and Samilari on the basis of having nothing to do with the death of Mohbad. One, according to the arguments, according to investigation, they were not at the crime scene of Mohbad's death. It was considered that it is the action of the nurse that killed Mohbad. And therefore, Prime Boy was not there, Samilari was not there, Naira Marley was not there. And so the Attorney General decided to free these three people who had no connection to what killed Mohbad. And the Attorney General made it so clear in their publication that Prime Boy, Naira Marley, and Samilari is free in the homicide case accusation in the homicide case of Mohbad, that they are free. And they were set free by the court. I think to some extent that makes sense. There's no evidence to link Prime Boy, Naira Marley, and Samilari to what killed Mohbad. Right? And when I say Joseph Aloba is running behind, there is a race. They said, on your mark, set, go. Everybody is going forward. This man is going behind. He's just running. At least he ran. Whether he ran behind or forward, he ran. We don't just want to run. They are just injustice just to be sure that they are the one ruling. But they are doing the wrong thing completely. And that's why none of them can go to different platforms and defend their position. They cannot do it. They only gather dump people and lie to them. So the Attorney General free Prime Boy, Naira Marley, and Samilari because they find no evidence connecting them to the death of Mohbad. And they made it so clear that the reason why they are freeing them is because there is no such evidence connecting them to what killed Mohbad. And now, in that same month, or few weeks later, after that publication, the lawyer representing Joseph Aloba, that they call Sanshitu, he now challenged the Attorney General. Why will he free Samilari Naramali relating to what killed Mohbad? Why will he free them concerning what killed Mohbad? The question we should ask ourselves: who arrest people, who free people? And the people who arrest people, why do they arrest people? They arrest people because they have an evidence. They free people because they have no evidence. Now, if you want to challenge them for freeing Naramali, Samilari, and Prime Boy, what evidence have you got to show to them so that they can arrest them back? When you investigate, you arrest people, you call them, you question them. If you suspect them of any little evidence, you detain them. But when you do more thorough investigation and you find nothing, you have no choice, you have to free them. So Attorney General who freed this guy believe they have no evidence to hold them, to keep them. So they freed them. So now this man wasted public money to challenge that order. That why is Attorney General freeing them? So they want a case against the Attorney General for freeing Prime Boy, Samilari, and Naramali. Wow. As if that is what killed Mohbad. As if that is where we will get justice. So it's no longer Wumi right now. It's no longer Adura. It's no longer the people in the house. Now we are, for him to deny, for him to make up, for him to take that case serious out of every other case, it means Mohbad father is alleging on the other side that Prime Boy, Samilari, and Naramali, they have a hand in Mohbad's death. Which, if I am Prime Boy right now, that's what I'm saying, that Prime Boy too doesn't know how to make case. If I'm Prime Boy right now, right, Prime Boy can challenge Joseph Aloba that you must bring out your evidence, because you are part of the people that are blackmailing me, that are saying that I have a hand in your son's death. Now they free me for the first time. You are challenging the person who freed me. You are challenging them for freeing me. Now what evidence do you have in your own hands? Or you just want to waste public money on nonsense? I'm losing my voice again, but let me reduce my voice. So you guys are seeing the game, right? They leave Wumi. Instead of them to petition Wumi, to petition people in their house, they leave them. They want to make case with Prime Boy, spending your money. And this is what they call happiness. They are challenging Attorney General for freeing Samilari, Naramali, and Prime Boy on the death of Mohbad. Now, how did they even go about it? There's what they call an ex parte application. And there's what they call an ex parte and application. Okay? And there's what they call a notice application. It is, oh my God, I don't want to play game. No. I'll come back later. Sorry, it was mistake.
Hello.
I'll come back later. Sorry. I need to talk to people here. People need to learn something, right? It's serious. Okay, games later, right? So now, guys, that's why I said that when we have to understand something in the law, right? Law is not miracle. I myself, I got interested. I did more research into the law and I took law courses because I wanted to know what is in the law. They cheat people with the law in this part of the world. Once you don't know it, you are on your own. So whenever you see anybody trying to explain, even with a little piece of second, just learn it and go with it for the rest of your life. All right. So now, there are two kinds of motion. There's a motion they call motion ex parte, one-sided motion. There's a motion they call motion on notice, two-sided motion. That is, motion on ex parte means that you can, to the court, demanding the court to take an action without the presence of the second party, to make a judgment, to reverse any previous order, or to stop any ongoing action, like an injunction, or a statutory order, like for example the one Bankole and Smith made, to intervene in any dispute. Okay, let me see, who is this person sending request? No. If you have a question, put it in the comment section before you come. I don't want to bring anybody up right now. We'll come very soon. Okay. Put it in the comment section. I'm going to answer it. I'm trying to drive somewhere. It's very important first. It's not, we need to understand, because this platform is made for understanding. That's the most important thing. Right? Just bear with me. I will take time, but I will surely deliver. I will get there. Right? So now, motion ex parte. It means you write an application against the other party, but the other party doesn't have to be there before the court make judgment. They will listen to just one side and then decide. There are some cases that it happens. For example, when African TV wanted to do the whatever that he wanted to do, right, the celebration of mohbad, there was a motion ex parte that was quickly made to court, that court, please stop African TV from whatever he wants to do first. It's harmful. You give your reasons why you think it should not be done, that person quickly want to do it. So when they look at it that, truly, yes, they will quickly honor that. They will pass that order to stop what African TV is doing first, because it's harming somebody. And then later African TV can bring back its own complaint to the court. And then they will now find a way to resolve it. But first they will stop it. First they will stop it. There's a way for that. All right? And if they cannot stop it, they will say, no, bring the other person. Let us hear from him too, in most cases. So now we have motion ex parte and motion on notice. So the motion that was made by Baba Mohbad, it was sent to the court, telling the court that, court, the Attorney General has made an order, okay, of freeing Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and Prime Boy in concern with Mohbad's death, while the coroner inquest is still ongoing. We're not happy about this. So please, we want you to quash that decision. They are telling the court to quash Attorney General's decision, which is first illegal. According to the Constitution, Section 174 and Section 211 give the prosecutor an ultimate power, an absolute power, to take a case to court, to discontinue the case, to null prosecute. They call it null prosecute. They call it acquittance. And that is the power of the Attorney General. Even when inquest is going, if they have little evidence, they can take the case to court. It is up to them, not up to any other institution in Nigeria. So, and what they say, when they take a case to court, the judge own is to judge that case. It's not to tell who they should bring or who they should not bring. The court don't investigate. That's why they are judicial. They only interpret the law. The DPP or the police or the governors, they enforce the law. While the legislators or the House of Assembly, they make the law. They pass bills. They make laws. They all have their work. Nobody is superior to the other. We call them three arms of the government: legislative, the judiciary, and the executive. So it is the job of the executive to bring the case to court. So the DPP, the Ministry of Justice, is under the executive branch of government to bring a case to court. All right? There's no check and balance. You cannot review. In fact, please, if you're a lawyer here, I challenge you. Show me anywhere in Nigeria where there is any law that says that the decision of the Attorney General can be reviewed. Okay, most judgments, they will tell you that it cannot be reviewed, but you have the right to bring Attorney General to the court. No problem. Because Section 36 sub 5 of the 1999 Constitution says every Nigerian has the right to petition anybody, take them to court. You can bring president to court. You can sue Nigerian president and bring him to court. He will respond. Yes, Nigerian president will send his representative, will send his Attorney General to go and represent him. Yes. That is bringing president to court. Exactly. Because you have the right to write an application to court. You have the right to be heard. That's why in the initial application, Sanshitu said, he told the court, Baba Mohbad has the right to be heard. And that is what the court look at. And then say, okay, I would have acted. But since you said you have the right to be heard, don't forget, same way you have the right to be heard, the other party too has the right to be heard. So hereby, invite the other party. Let's be fair. So that is just an overview, but let us come back to what I was saying. So Prime Boy, Naira Marley and Sam Larry was free through the advice of the DPP, right? But the family of Mohbad, they don't like that. They want to show that Prime Boy, if you are sending requests, as I've said, please put your question in the comment section, okay? Don't just send the request to come up for now. Put your question. If I find it, if you are a lawyer, you want to correct me, I'll bring you up. If you have any challenge, you can, I'm gonna bring it up. Oh, you are buttressing what I said. Okay, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, because here is a platform of understanding. We all want justice, but at the same time, we want to learn about cases so that we know whether we are winning or we are losing. It's very, very important. All right, it's not about one-man show. When everybody has the knowledge, all our voice will matter. Our voice will matter all together. But when it's only one person, they can easily take that person away, kill the person, destroy the person. All right, there that man was arrested, and because everybody knew that what happened to him was illegal, we stood together and they released him. So it is good that we all teach ourselves. Though some people don't like to learn, but that is why we don't grow. But let us listen to each other, at least have some knowledge, even if it's one day. It's important. It goes a long way. Okay, so now people were released because they had no connection to Mohbad's death. Mohbad's father wrote a petition of one side demanding the court to cancel Attorney General's decision. You know why the court did not cancel it? Because the court knew that that is illegal. The court knew that is illegal. But the court gave them a chance that, okay, since you want to be heard, you want me to hear you, then let us, instead of me to judge on the one-sided application you bring, which is only you, Baba Mohbad, will be present and the judge. The person you came to report against, you don't want him. So the application Baba Mohbad wrote is that they don't want Attorney General present. They face the court that, court, please answer us. Whatever decision Attorney General may sideline Attorney General and withdraw whatever he said about Prime Boy. And that is not the duty of the court. The only people that make such is either the police or Attorney General. That is their duty in the formation of Nigeria. Because it's a constitution. Constitution means that is what constitutes the country. That is a made-up of Nigeria. There are some other statutory laws, other small laws in the country that can be made, that can be withdrawn, but constitutional law overrides every law in the land. All right? So you cannot tell them to just like you want to tell police what to do. Police will do their job. You can't tell them. It is their job to investigate. You only have to tell them about the crime. They go investigate. Not you. Not any other body can do so. The same thing with the Attorney General. It is their duty to bring people to court, to talk about their offense. It is their duty to say there is no case, that the person is not a suspect. It's just like police is saying somebody is not a suspect. You think because you go to court, court will say the person is suspect. Court don't declare who is suspect. If police say Wunmi is not a suspect, go to any court. The highest any court will tell you, they will tell police to go and do more investigation. But if police investigate and say Wunmi is not a suspect, there's nothing any power can do about that. There's procedure. First, you must suspect the person of a particular crime and then take them to court to defend themselves. So in this case, Prime Boy, Sam Larry, and Naira Marley, they were freed. They were set free. But Mohbad didn't like that. So he challenged it in a one-sided application. That don't hear the other party, just hear me. And that was what happened yesterday. It has been coming since March. This is 2 months now. But there was a court hearing yesterday where they listened to his case. And the court responded that, come, I can't do this without the other party. So you guys should serve the other party a notice. In one way, yeah, serve the other party a notice. A writ of summons should be sent to the other party that the court wants to hear their position, that they have a case in court. That was what happened yesterday. So that was what Gorexi was calling victory. And that was what I was calling failure. And I was calling backwardness. All the money you are spending, because every court case that Sanshit goes to, you pay him money. Look at the case you are pursuing with public money. We gave you money to go and do autopsy and toxicology to get evidence which you can use. You squander the money. Do private investigation forensic. You squander the money. You want to use ordinary mouths to challenge Attorney General. For me, that is awkward and preposterous. That's preposterous for me. Okay. So, the case happened yesterday, and Gracie came out to deceive the public. Before I go on to talk more about it, I will read the case for you. I want you to hear his position. I will correct him while he's speaking. The things he has said, I will correct him. Then we will now read this Punch News, and then we can move on.
Which is Ngoti Ojoku in your.
And beware, they are trying to get sympathy again using ordinary carpenter. They keep saying Mohbad is an ordinary carpenter. Ordinary carpenter that has a son. How can an ordinary carpenter afford a son? So it's not an ordinary carpenter. We, the public, we have his support. So it is not a case of Mohbad. It's a case of we, the public. They keep making it look like whatever case this man is representing. This man is representing the public, not us, not himself. This is not the case of Mohbad. It's a case of the public. But these witches and wizards, because of their greediness, they keep making it look like it's this case. That every other person doesn't have interest. That he can do the case however he wants. What? It's a cheating to the public. And that's why my voice is always echoing every day.
And as I always say, the greatest and the best thing to happen to Justice Onward is the engagement of Barrister San, Dr. Kitu, S.A.N. In Lagos State, if not in Nigeria, nobody has ever challenged the order or the advice or the recommendation of the DPP. Nobody. If you try to challenge it, even no judge will entertain it. They will look at you as you are not serious. Who has the power to challenge? Nobody has the power to challenge the order or the advice of the DPP.
All right. Get it. Any citizen in Nigeria has the right to challenge anybody in court. But the problem is, can you win it? It's just like, you are in a very high mountain. The option, it is up to you to decide to jump. But you knowing very well that if you jump, you will die. Would you jump? Because you will die. They don't know. I expect Sanshit to know this. That this area is going, it's impossible. For me, the man is sleeping. Can you show me one of such case that is won in Nigeria? No precedents, no law. Under what ground can Sanshit to quote one law that backs this nonsense that I'm seeing in front of me here? Just one law that backs it. Nonsense. How do you know whether you win a case? You look at previous cases and you look at the position of the law to know what is achievable. This is a waste of time. What I expected, like I said, if I was a lawyer, I will write a petition and I will support Mohbad petition with that petition against Sam Larry for bullying Mohbad, for assault of Mohbad. I don't have case with Prime Boy, at least with where we are right now. I don't have case probably with Naira Marley. Maybe write an application of bullying against Naira Marley too. Finish. Not homicide case. You can't prove it. Why wasting your time and your money there? Nonsense. The police who are supposed to investigate them has investigated them and said that they have no connection. You, oh yeah, do your own investigation and bring your evidence. You have no evidence. You're wasting your money in court. You just want to be there to show that you are fighting the case. It's backwardness. You're taking us back. I don't know what you want to achieve from here. So, Wumi, you see, I want to tell all of you something. When Mohbad father, when I talked about the abortion case, people are getting mad, even though that is the truth. When I say money was paid for abortion, even though that was correct, they are asking me for evidence. Let me tell you something. Not everything that the eye sees, that the mouth will say sometime. Or not everything that the mouth says that the mouth can come and show. Not everything. Some of you must have seen where maybe your mom and your daddy are knocking each other. You may even say it out, but if you have the evidence, you will not bring it out because of your own conscience. You will not bring it out. So let us call a spade a spade. Just because we say something doesn't mean we should bring it out. And if you want to say that we should bring out those evidences, that is not what killed Mohbad. We are just mad because money was spent there. All right. But if you want to focus, if you want to push me too much, I will tell you something. Mohbad father said that Alelokpa Mohbad. Let him bring the evidence, and then he will get the evidence for the abortion. Joseph Aloba, you said it is the concubine of Wumi that killed Mohbad. The day you bring that evidence, you get every other evidence. Kids everywhere. Babies. Kids everywhere. You just open my dagba. That is even more serious than the case of abortion. Allegation you know nothing about. Alelokpa Mohbad. You must bring that Ali out. Ale Wumi Lokpa Mohbad. Forget about this. Not with me. Don't play, don't try, don't test me. You understand? If you want logic, I'll give you logic. Me, I like logic. So now, guys, I haven't settled with that. Yes. Come, guys, why is today dull like this? Look, you guys are okay anyway. Maybe when Godison comes, because she's going to do her birthday, yeah? When she comes. So I want you guys to hear what this guy has to say, so that you guys will be well integrated into the case.
Or the Attorney General through the no.
So first, Grace said that nobody has challenged the authority of the Attorney General of Lagos State or of Nigeria. And I want to cite you a few cases where they were challenged, but they all failed. Okay, one, Okedara versus Attorney General of Lagos State. And then the case went to Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court upheld, the Supreme Court made a decision that you cannot do so. All right. The Supreme Court upheld the decision, right, that the decision of the Attorney General is sacrosanct. That's what I'm saying. So the second one, Lagos, Kano State challenged Attorney General of the whole Nigeria, of the Federation. Again, it did not work. They failed. Then the third one again, Abdul Ghani Udauda challenged Attorney General of the Federation. Again, he failed. All right, because Attorney General, they are stubborn goats. Just like you're on top of the mountain, you want to jump down and you think you will not break your legs. You think you will not break your head. Okay, I've told you where there is case. Fight where you have case. If Baba Mohbad is taking Sam Larry to court, if Baba Mohbad is taking some shit to court to eliminate, to look into Mohbad petition, where he mentioned many other people, I will be happy. That one is a case. That one makes sense. Because at least you're gonna get some evidence to back up that one. But you are taking Samila and Ramali to court on the homicide case. Because the case on ground is homicide. If you want to establish case of bully, it's a different case. Case of bully, make it different. Don't add what killed Mohbad to what bully Mohbad. What bully Mohbad is not what killed Mohbad. Let's make that clear. Let's make that clear. Nonsense. So Abdul Ghani Udauda versus Attorney General of the Federation challenged the lost. Adamu Garba and 20 others. Here, Adamu Garba and 20 other people challenge the the federal attorney general of Nigeria. They all lost again. They lost. Okay. Ebenezer Sunday Adetimiru challenge the attorney general of Lagos State and two others. And two others, they lost again. They lost. Okay. Okafor versus attorney general. Stubborn ones. Again, they lost. Another one again. S.A. Olawale versus the attorney general of the federation. Again, they lost again. Common sense tells you that when it comes to attorney general of the states, they have a right to discontinue any criminal case. They have the right to make suspect, not the court. Courts don't make suspect. There are two powers that make suspect in any country. It is either the law enforcement agencies or the Ministry of Justice. And that is where the Attorney General represent, which they are the head of the Ministry of Justice. Find a better case, all right? Babies, kids everywhere. So I've debunked the first one. Now let's go to the second one. I want to debunk the lies. Then we can run
Justice Onward is the engagement of Barrister San Dr.
Useless man, wasting people's time.
In Lagos State, if not in Nigeria, nobody has ever challenged the order or the advice or the recommendation of the DPP.
You see?
No.
I just named you over more than 50 persons who have done so and failed. And even if you are challenging, what do you want to gain? Let's even say it's good to challenge it. What do you want to gain? To gain that Prime Boy Sam Larry and Amali kill mohbad. It's not making sense. That's what I'm saying. It's a dead on arrival. It's a waste of time case. There are better cases that they can fight. They don't want justice. They just want to disguise. They don't want to keep this is joke. It's joke. Nonsense. And anybody who has money, let's bet, they get nothing from this case. And that is why the case is transferred to June 17. Now, before June 17, inquest would have ended. Now, what else you want to say? Inquest would have ended. The Attorney General would have been done with Corona. Waste of time. Waste of time. Waste of time.
Nobody. If you try to challenge it, even no judge will entertain it. They will look at you.
That is a lie. Every competent judge in Nigeria has the right to give any citizen of Nigeria the right to be heard. Section 36 sub 5. Section 36 subsection 5 of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria says every one of you, me and you, has the right to be heard in court. That is, I have the right to petition anybody, and the person will be invited to come and tell their own part of the story. That is why the court is there, for dispute settlement. So why are you saying that no court will accept it? What do you mean? Where is Section 36? That is illegal. It's crazy. He doesn't know nothing. He's just trying to... he knows they have failed. He just want to give them some hope. But me, I'm still in this case. I'm in this case. If we win, we have to do the right thing, not deceiving people, scamming them and getting money from them. Nonsense. Garbage.
As you are not serious. Who has the power to challenge? Nobody has the power to challenge the order or the advice of the DPP or the Attorney General through the DPP. Nobody. But to the glory of God and with the help of sensible expertise and professionalism, he was able to help ordinary carpenter in person of Joseph Alora to stand the ground.
This statement is a disrespect to all of you looking for justice. They are not even including you. They are just making it look like it's a case of the man against whoever, ordinary carpenter. Without us, who is the carpenter? This man is just doing the work of a foundation representing us. This is a shame. This is an embarrassment to all of us looking for justice.
And challenge the Attorney General through the DPP that the order, the advice that was given is not only to try justice and the person making the case how San City was able to do it was that look, we have this as what we want to as our prayer that the order given to the DPP, I mean the order given to the magistrate should be quashed, should not be entertained, and that they should try to stop the magistrate court sitting over the matter of negligence, because what the matter accepted is to look into the homicide.
Can you see how they are foolish? The second case in their petition, they are telling the court to stop what is happening in the magistrate court. The DPP is already prosecuting the nurse and spending for what killed Mohbad, and they have charged the nurse with negligence. It's a mistake that she did that killed Mohbad. Since you guys refuse to investigate, you guys refuse to spend 70 million. So the case is moving on. All right. So now they are telling the court to stop the magistrate court, the lower court. Look at where they even take the nurse to a lower court, where they can be sentenced to many years, to maximum maybe 2-3 years, or no, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, right? So they are writing there. They are writing to the State High Court of Lagos Ikeja to stop what is happening in magistrate court. They didn't answer them. The court said, "Hey, are you guys kidding? Kids everywhere." Okay. Golden say, give me 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes. So it says that, "Hey, are you guys kidding? How can you just come and say that they should stop the case going on in court? Who are you guys as who?" The court said, "I can't do this. I have to hear from the Attorney General." And they postponed it to June 17. So by 17 of next month, that's roughly next 1 month, they should be going back again with themselves. Their fight right now is to show that Prime Boy should come back, Naira should come back, Samla should come back for having a hand in what killed Mohbad. But how about Wunmi? They leave Wunmi alone. And believe me, from now till then, they will not write anything against Wunmi. These people, they are so stupid. They know where they are going. They are wasting your time. They know they have nothing to show. They just want to waste time and public money. Later on, they will tell you how much they paid. They will tell you that they wasted money for this nonsense. That is part of their accountability. You understand what they are doing? This is the game. This is the game. Let's continue. So they did not stop the magistrate court. The prosecution continued in magistrate court of negligence. They didn't stop it.
Then they try to use the negligence, that issue of negligence, to water and to mess up the homicide, in which Joseph Aloha is challenging that advice and that order. Sansitu now, after making the prayer in one application, in the other application, he approached the court that, look, the DPP and the Attorney General should be summoned to court, should be invited to court to come and defend why they should give that order. At the hearing, at the beginning of the case, the judge saw it that this is a matter of summoning Attorney General to court, in which he is a judge on the...
You say?
You dey hear me now.
Don dey last small.
Okay, I dey ask whether you still dey Owerri now.
I still dey Owerri.
I just ask to see you now before you go travel now.
This one wey you no dey fit call me for phone.
Na dey close. You say you dey always dey busy now. Na why I no dey bother you.
I call now. If I see your line, I'll call back.
Okay, no wahala now. Tomorrow I will call you tomorrow after service.
Okay, I say make I come greet you. I dey go.
Boss, no wahala. You know I say why enter life.
Yes.
Okay, no wahala. I go join you soon. Now.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Ogechi.
Sir,
How are you now?
I'm fine, sir.
How is everything going?
I'm fine, sir.
How is your health now?
I'm fine, sir.
I can see that from your voice. That's sounding very good and happy, right?
So how are you doing?
I do. No hunger. Hunger won't finish me.
You hang out, oh boss.
You do am like that. You laugh me.
Boss, where they help many people, they shut hunger. So it's a lie. I can't believe it.
You know,
Even in my next word, I will not believe it.
People don't take blame because they are not ready. And whoever they see who is ready, they fight against the person till they destroy them. These people, they are just here for money. You know, there's nothing I want to tell you about them. You already you already know it all.
That they have authority over. He was being careful and being reluctant to make a ruling that okay, you are going to serve the Attorney General. The Attorney General must come to court.
Look at how they are making it look like Baba Mohbad is controlling the court. Now Baba Mohbad took Attorney General to court, and then now they said, now go and serve the Attorney General. Look at him. Just to tell you, you see, whenever they go to court and no other third parties, they come back and lie to you. They prefer feeding you with lies. That's why I always like to get the CTC, and I will read what happened in court. They have Punch publication here, which I will read. I hope they are sincere there. I hope they are sincere there, because they are the one who post it out.
But Sanchito stood, he argued, and he got references of why the Attorney General threw the brought to the court to come and clear the air and come and see why that order should be quashed and that the order was unnecessary. So the Attorney General, the judge, Sanchito was able to.
Let me quickly correct one person. Bonnie, okay, just to correct you. The Attorney General is not the chief judge of any state in Nigeria. I don't know whether in America it's like that. Okay, just to make correction for that. And Google is your friend. Okay, please don't argue. Okay, it's what I've checked. I can tell you, the Attorney General of Lagos State by the Constitution has two roles. One is the Attorney General, and it's also the Commissioner for Justice. Maybe that is what you're talking about. And that is not the Chief Judge. He is the Commissioner for Justice and also the Attorney General. So maybe that is what you're saying. So right now, let me quickly tell you the name of the Attorney General, the Chief Judge of Lagos, and also the Attorney General of Lagos. The people. So name of Chief Judge of Lagos State. Now, the name of the Chief Judge of Lagos State is Kazeem Onlarewaju Alugba. Okay, please, hey, Bonnie, the governor appoints the head of the Lagos Court, High Court, and the governor also appoints the Attorney General. You can make this research. I don't want to shout too much, okay? And if you stress me too much, I'll block you. Send request, come. I like education. Can you tell me the name of the Chief Judge of Lagos State? You cannot tell me. You don't know. So if I'm taking time to stop what I'm doing right now, just to try to give you information, so listen. It's not easy to sit down here and try to get things right. So what I employ right now, tell me the name of the Chief Judge of Lagos State and also tell me the name of the Attorney General of Lagos State. So that can answer the question. Okay? So please, let's get those things clearly. We have three arms of government: the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. In the federal level, we have it. In the state level, we have it. In the state, the governor, head of the executive. We have House of Assembly. which is the legislative, where they make law in Lagos State. And then we have judiciary. And they all have their head. We have the speaker in the House of Assembly. We have the governor, the head of the executive. We have the judiciary, which is the high court, the state high court. So that is a 3 arm of government. You see, this is the government. Why the Attorney General is only a lawyer representing the governor, representing the entire Lagos State, who is appointed by the governor of the state. Is that clear? Or do you want to stress me more again? The more you stress me, what is coming. Chief Judge is Kazim Olariwaju Aluba. And then Attorney General, let me check name of Attorney General of Lagos State, because me I educate myself. Attorney General, so this is how they call it. Look at it. Let me read what they have here. They said, the present Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of Lagos State. You see, I told you, he has 2 ranks. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of Lagos State is Mr. Lawal Pedro S.A.N. San. Okay? Now let's move on. Are we good? That was a little confusion. So let's just move on. So the House of Assembly, the Lagos State High Court, and the executive, that's the governor, they makes up the state, they makes up Lagos State. So the same thing, the House of Assembly in Abuja, Aso Rock, okay, has the legislative, and we also have the president, who is the head of the executive, all right, and then we have the Supreme Court, who is the head of every court in Nigeria. So that, you see, so that 3 arm of government, same way it exists in the whole federation. Every state is also played like a country. So every state has state high court. The same way the country has Supreme Court to oversee all the high courts in the 36, in the 35 other states or whatever. So the same way we have House of Assembly in the Aso Rock, we also have House of Assembly in every state. So it's like a small state within a state within the bigger state. All right. So now that has been served, and I want to read to you what we have here, so that I can begin to take rest, and we can play music and we can chill. Make sure you tap on the screen, everybody. Paparaino, I love you all. So I want to read for you the case in Punch. So let me read for you. So the heading says, Mohbad father get count not to challenge Naira Marley's clearance. You see, they're after Naira Marley. They keep putting Naira Marley name there alone. I don't know why. It's like Naira Marley don't want to give them royalty. That's why they are fighting with Naira Marley, and they are wasting public money. Nonsense. They are getting nowhere with this. Nowhere they are getting with this nonsense. Criminals. Instead of going for Wumi, they are going for Naira Marley. Now, I told you they are working for Wumi, because Wumi too is against Naira Marley. Wumi want Naira Marley to come into this case. But our bad people too, that is where they are going right now. Stupid nonsense people. Now the Lagos State High Court sitting in Ikeja has granted Mr. Joseph Aloba, father of late singer Irolu Aloba aka Mohbad, the legal nod to challenge the advice issued by the Director of Public Prosecutions. 1. Let's make something clear. It is not the State High Court. Okay? let me what is him. It's him. They say Lagos State High Court sitting in Ikeja has granted Mr. Joseph Aloba, father of the late singer Mohbad, the legal nod to challenge the advice. It is not the court that gives you the advice, that gives you the legal nod or whatever to challenge anybody. You have the right by section 36 of 5 to challenge anybody in court. You have that right. So this publication is nonsense. It's rubbish. Everybody go and browse section 36 sub 5. Let me read it for you here. Let me check it and read it for you here. All right. Now, let me read. Section 36, not 5, not of 5. Section 36 of 5 talks about presumption of innocence. Section 36, okay, Section 36 says, Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria guarantees the right to a fair hearing. Specifically, it provides that in the determination of civil rights and obligations, a person is entitled to a fair hearing within reasonable time by a court or other tribunal established by law, and that the court must be independent and impartial. This right is further elaborated in other subsections, outlining specific aspects of a fair hearing, including the right to a public hearing, the presumption of innocence for those charged with criminal offenses, and limitation on retrospective criminal laws. Notice of disagreement. Wait, what you are saying, okay, so there is notice of disagreement. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have lawyers in the building. we have legal jargonums, the ijogbons, we have them in the building. So they're not there. They just told us that they said not is notice of disagreement. So let us break that down too. Let me see. When is notice of disagreement served? We have moved on. This is jet age. Okay, we are not in those age whereby somebody will come and confuse you. We will confirm anything that anybody says. Joseph Aloba, they want to fool us. Thank you, Thunderfire. A notice of disagreement, also called NOD, N-O-D, should be served within 1 year from the date the VA decision letter was mailed, not when it was received. This is the first step in a VA appeal. VA again. Now don't start with abbreviation. VA. You don't know me, I go deep down. I go dig down. I'm waiting for you guys. What is VA for you guys? Is it Veteran Affairs? Virtual agreement? Are you joking? Please stop joking now. Oluwaseun, stop joking now. What is virtual agreement? I'm seeing different things here. Input Nigeria. Is it virtual? Are you sure? So anyway, guys, what is VA? We are waiting for VA. We need to break down that VA. My lawyers, they don't sleep. Yeah, I'm saying V as Veteran Affairs. Veteran Affairs. Who is Veteran Affairs? Okay, say Veterans Affair. Right? Okay, let's take it like that, Veteran Affair. So a notice of disagreement should be served within 1 year from the date the Veteran Affairs decision letter was mailed, not when it was received. This is the first step in the VA appeals process. If you disagree with a VA decision. You can file a note if you disagree with denial. Okay, anyway. So anyway, note is okay, it says note is the starting point for traditional appeal process where the original reviewer handles the appeal. Okay, so for the appeal that was made by Joseph Aloba to be heard in court, there have to be a note. There have to be a note. There was a disagreement of the initial appeal. So for the appeal to be served, then the other party needs to come. I mean, that's what I understand by that. So let us move away from that. Let's go back to the publication. So it says Lagos State High Court sitting in Ikeja has granted Mr. Joseph Aloba, father of the late singer Oluwa aka Mohbad, the legal nod to challenge the advice issued by the director of public. Has given the legal notice of disagreement to challenge the advice issued by the director of public prosecutions, which cleared singer Aziz Fashola aka Naira Marley and others of any wrongdoing in connection with his son's death. Why don't they put the others' name? I think they have issue with Naira Marley. I think maybe somebody like Muyiwa and Wumi, they are the ones sponsoring these things, this nonsense. They have issue with Naira Marley. That is what they are bringing here. They have issue with Naira Marley. Justice Taiwo Ola Tokun, who presided over the matter on Friday, that is yesterday, granted Aloba permission to initiate a judicial review and also order that the motion. Okay, so the order that was given them by the magistrate court is to bring the other party, is to serve motion on notice to the other party. All right. At one point, he said Naira didn't buy his son. Yeah. He said Naira Marley did not buy Mohbad before. Thank you very much, Thunderfire. Good observation. When they asked him about Mohbad, do you suspect Naira Marley? He said no, Naira Marley didn't kill Mohbad. Right now, why are you bringing this nonsense? Somebody is fueling it. They want royalty. They want to take percentage of royalty behind the scene. Let me tell you something, right? The legal person to take that royalty, it is either Liam or Adura. Let's make that clear. If you don't have any evidence against Adura, and as we are speaking, we have a tradition. What if Wumi has been given to Adura to marry? That can happen. Wumi can be given to Adura, can marry. Adura can stylishly take over Wumi and nothing will happen. And Adura will continue everything.